record on this computer. Was it loud, Angel? um, so I'm excited to connect with you guys for a couple different reasons. I feel like over the last couple weeks, a lot of us have been trying a lot of different things. Some things have worked, some things haven't worked, but the cool thing is that we're trying new things. So this workshop's going to be a little bit different than our other ones in the sense that I'm going to do recognition. We're going to talk about a little bit about what's going on, but then we're going to do a booking blitz. So I made a graphic for you guys, and I'll share a little bit more when we get there. But I figured a lot of us have been taking more inspired action, probably like the best way to put it, where we're not. All right, I'm speaking for myself, but in the terms of us, we're not overthinking things. I'm not overthinking things. A lot of us aren't overthinking things. And I feel like one, it's scary. Two, it's fun. Three, we're actually seeing results from having that inspired action. So whether you think your live wasn't the best and you went live, or you did a post and it wasn't perfect, it makes me think back to perfectionism is a killer of businesses and dreams. And us just taking that inspired action and doing the things is really making a difference. So I'm going to try to use that energy. We're going to run with it and try out something a little bit different today, just to keep that ball rolling. Because like everything we do and everything with our body and our minds, it's a muscle. So the more you do things, the better you're going to get at it, and the easier it's going to become over time. So with that, my Canva is being funny, so we're going to share the slides a little bit differently. It might look a little ghetto because basically I had to save them as pictures. Facebook wouldn't let me log in to Canva on my desktop. It kept asking me for my password, and I kept putting it in, and then it kept going back to the login screen. And my Canva is connected to my Facebook, so I can't log in without my Facebook. So I don't know what's going to happen when Facebook does all the things. I'm hoping that I can still log in through Facebook through Canva with Canva when they stop like the third-party app thing in April. Otherwise, I got to figure out how that works. And I'm not entirely positive, but for now, this will work. So I'm going to share my screen. Okay, sharing screen. Okay, so you know what? We're just going to start right with the review of last month. Okay, you guys can see that, right? Awesome. Hey, Lynn, thanks for joining. Yeah, so last month we welcomed 2 new ambassadors versus 0 last year. So that's awesome. The team volume, we were just over 6,000 QV, and last year we were just under 8,000, so down a little bit. And we have 1 rank advancement to celebrate this year versus none last year, which is really exciting too. The cool thing is, I know you guys might see the QV being down. Kayla had said last month was kind of a mixed bag, where some teams really struggled, other teams did really well. We held our own. We still weren't far off from where we were last year, so that's a plus. Okay. Tops in QV over 400. So Jamie, you were number 1 by almost double. So congratulations. You literally kicked butt last month at 2,237 QV. You not only earned the extra 5% for being over 1,000, you earned the extra 3% for bonusing, and you also sponsored 1. So you hit the high achiever club and all the things, and that's a big deal. So shout out from the rooftops. Congrats. Yes. And then Angel, look at you, 1,000 QV. You earn the 5% bonus plus the 1,000 QV club, like kicking ass too. Oh, I don't know if I can swear. Sorry, guys. I usually don't swear, but another awesome month. And then we had Karen in 3rd place at 617 QV, followed by Stacy in 4th place at 443 QV. So congrats to our tops over 400 for last month. Okay. This guy, so Jamie, I know we told Steph, if you catch us later, Steph is at $215 in sales. She joined at the end of February. So the first level of new ambassador rewards is when you hit $250, you earn Epicure apparel. So she's like 35 bucks away from earning her Epicure apparel, which is awesome. And I don't know what it is actually right now. I don't know if it's an apron or a hat or a beanie. So we'll have to see what she snags when she hits that 250. Okay. Ambassador referrals. So Jamie welcomed Steph and Lynn welcomed Stacy. So congrats, ladies. That's a big deal. That's awesome. I know Steph said her bundle popped up for the extra $100 in freebies. I'm gonna remind Stacy that she has her extra 100 in freebies. Stacy and Steph, if you guys catch the recording, snap a picture when you get your goodies. We don't know what's in that extra $100 worth of products and goodies and things, so I want to be nosy and I want to know what's in them. So let us know. Okay. Okay, so the 4 and 6 grow bonus. We don't have anyone that hit that last month, but we know when you hit leader within your first 6 months, you get an extra $750 bonus. When you hit leader at any point in time, it's a $375 bonus. So even when you're out of your new ambassador rewards. But hopefully we'll be able to celebrate some people with that because we have a new rank advancement. So we had Jamie hit senior ambassador last month, which is a big deal. Jamie's goal, I'm speaking for Jamie, but Jamie's goal is to hit executive ambassador this month. She wants her +3 and start working towards growing her team. And I know she's going to nail it and make it happen. She is a woman on a mission, that's for sure. So yay. And then Lynn is already a senior ambassador, but she will regain that title with Stacy. So that's awesome too. Not a first-time rank advancement, but still a big deal. So you guys, the perk to hitting senior ambassador is you automatically make that extra 5%, period. So you guys will make 25% regardless of if you sell the 1,000 or not, which is awesome. More money, more better, right? Okay. Let's pull up my email. Okay. So I talked a little bit about how a lot of us have been taking inspired action and that we are thinking less about perfection and more about just doing the things. And a lot of us have been seeing results. So I think I shared with you guys this. Otherwise, let me make sure this doesn't autoplay. Oh, maybe it won't. I think I shared with you guys that for me going live, I'm the kind of person that everything had to be perfect. I didn't want to be interrupted by anybody. I wanted all the things to be set up just the way that I wanted them.
There are so many people in the world, and you may be watching this right now, and you have these incredible
Okay. And you know what?
ideas, and
I hit it. I must have hit it a couple times. You know what? Life doesn't work that way. I think it was that Worthy Summit that I had done. They had said perfection is the killer of dreams. And a lot of us are doing things that might feel less than perfect, but we're getting results from doing those things. I have gone live every day since Sunday. And not saying that you have to do that, but I'm just going to share a little bit about what I found by doing just something outside of my comfort zone more often. That first time, was it hard? Yep. Did I set everything up and make sure everything was perfect? 100%. But then I found the more I did it, the less perfect I was aiming for. I was aiming just to have fun, get on the live, hang out, and chat with people. And it was less about the how did I appear? How did I do? And more about the connecting and the food or whatever I was making. So then I found as the week went on, like yesterday, I came home from the gym. I was in my hoodie, I was all sweaty underneath and all the things, and I just made a shake. And wasn't anything about me personally, physically, perception wise. It was all about I'm gonna hop on, make a shake, and hang out with whoever hops on and talk about the protein powder. And it was less stress on me. I didn't have anxiety just going up and doing it. So, like I said earlier, with everything in our lives, it's almost like a muscle. The more you do things, the easier they become. You flex and you build and you grow. And the results I've seen from trying something that I might have been literally adamant against in the past has been crazy. Social media wise, I'll share with you guys. I've been waking up every morning with like 40, 50 notifications. And typically that was like for me at least, it was like after my birthday kind of a vibe where like you wake up and everyone's still saying happy birthday, or you're sharing about a big deal, something big, and you get all those comments, but like those big life things, not necessarily those business things. And the notifications have been business things. I put up a poll. I think I got more votes on the poll than I've gotten all the polls I've done for the last like 7 years, like insane. And um, what I found is the less perfect I'm being, the more action I'm taking, and the more results I'm getting. So people are interacting, engaging. I made up a word there. Um, in all the things. And like I said, it might not look like going live every day for you, but I think what it ends up boiling down to is less perfection and more consistency, as with anything. Um, so think about that a little bit because, like I said, it doesn't have to look like the lives for you. It could just be posting every day in your group. Lynn and I were talking about reels, and I'm like, I haven't made a reel in an embarrassingly long amount of time. But maybe for you guys, it's making a reel a week or something along those lines, or a reel every other day, whatever fits in with what you do and all the things. But focusing on it's less about perfection and more about having fun. Even with reels, it makes me think back. If you didn't watch Lynn's reel yet, you have to go watch it. I'm going to share the link in our group today. I was telling Adam about it and I had to show him, and it's funny, it's engaging. Her personality shines through. Like it just, Lynn, you really do a great job. But perfection, hers was perfect. So hers is a bad example. I feel like she did an awesome job. No, it was. You guys have to go watch it. But sometimes those things that you watch, whether it's a live or a reel or a post, and it isn't perfect, it's almost more attractive. Yeah, see, Jamie, Lynn's reel was fantastic. It really was great. It made me chuckle. I was laughing, not chuckle. I was dying laughing. It was like a great idea. Your brain thinks differently than mine. Like I wouldn't have even come up with that premise. Angel link, she got some of your live. Yeah, she is awesome on camera. Agreed. 100%. Um, but just focusing on doing the things instead of perfecting the things. So, um, with that, I was like, you know what does this tie into? It made me think of a conversation I had about a lot of times you can become a personal growth junkie. You can become a business savant without doing anything just based on your knowledge. So it ends up turning into almost a vibe of like you're training for a race you're never going to run. And that becomes frustrating because you feel like you're putting in the time and the energy, but you're not getting results. But at the end of the day, you're doing research and growth, but you're not putting what you learn into action. And that's really where everything comes into play. If you don't put anything into action, it's not going to matter. I can I can learn to be a brain surgeon, but if I don't do any brain surgeries, why does it matter? Yes, I love that. If you don't take action, it's just spiritual entertainment, 110%. And it's funny because I remember you saying that, but I didn't remember the exact quote. So I appreciate you sharing because I think it hits home big time. And we've all probably felt like that at one point or another, 100%. Um, it makes me think back to like math class. Like, when's the last time I used the quadratic equation or like a squared plus b squared equals c squared for like the Pythagorean theorem? And I know people use it, but it's that same kind of vibe. Like, we were all kind of training for a race we were never going to run in certain topics. So I pulled out my tried and trusty 5-second rule. And if you haven't given this a read yet, it's great. If you don't like reading, Mel Robbins narrates it on Audible. Her personality is on fire, which we're going to watch a little video from her. She does a great job narrating this. There's 2 times people make changes and take action. And it's usually because it's thrust upon you. So the example she gives in the book, it's a little bit sad, but it's a story of 2 sisters. One of the sisters gets in a car accident and passes away. And the sister that's surviving takes over the children, takes them in and takes care of them. Do you think she hesitated at all to take over the kids? No. Why? It was a moment of courage. She had to. It was a necessity. Um, the way our brains are wired is to protect ourselves. So, as stupid as it might sound, picking up the phone and messaging someone, or going live, or doing a post, or snapping a selfie when you might not look the best, those are scary. And because our brains are wired to protect us, we know those things aren't going to hurt us physically. We know if we take a picture and we don't look 100% in there, it's not going to impact us at all. But our brain thinks fight or flight. How do I keep us safe? This is a scary situation. So what do? You don't do anything. You back away from the situation. And it's kind of crazy how much power our brains have over us in that sense, where we know it's not gonna Martha versus Mary. Yeah, totally. Um, it's like insane. So we're gonna watch a little clip from Mel Robbins about the 5-second rule. Because she explains it way better than I can. And on the flip side, I feel like this is a great thing to keep in mind over the coming weeks when you're trying the new things or continuing what you're doing. Because with anything, you can do it a couple days or a couple times, and at some point you're going to hit a wall where you're going to question yourself, and that's where this comes into play, because then continue doing it. So let's share this baby. Oh, let's go here. And then when I play, if you guys can just give me a thumbs up that you can hear it, that would be amazing. Make it full screen. They click it. Let's see. Gotta love my list on the right for all the suggestions. All my stuff. I like hopping on YouTube and watching like little snippets and stuff like that. Okay. Let's get it back to the beginning. Let's go.
There are so many people in the world, and you may be watching this right now, and you have these incredible ideas, and what you think is missing is motivation. And that's not true, because the way that our minds are wired, and the fact about human beings, is that we are not designed to do things that are uncomfortable or scary or difficult. Our brains are designed to protect us from those things, because our brains are trying to keep us alive. And in order to change, in order to build a business, in order to be the best parent, the best spouse, to do all those things that you know you want to do with your life, with your work, with your dreams, you're going to have to do things that are difficult, uncertain, or scary, which sets up this problem for all of us. You're never going to feel like it.
Why do you think that is?
Oh, I know exactly why that is. Because I've studied this so much, because for me, one of the hardest things to figure out was, why is it so hard to do the little things that would improve my life? And what I've come to realize is that the way that our minds are designed is our minds are designed to stop you at all costs from doing anything that might hurt you. The way that this all happens is, it all starts with something super subtle that none of us ever catch. And that is with this habit that all of us have that nobody's talking about. We all have a habit of hesitating. We have an idea. You're sitting in a meeting. You have this incredible idea. And instead of just, saying it, you stop and you hesitate. Now, what none of us realize is that when you hesitate, just that moment, that micro moment, that small hesitation, it sends a stress signal to your brain. It wakes your brain up, and your brain all of a sudden goes, oh, wait a minute. Why is he hesitating? He didn't hesitate when he put on his killer spiky sneakers. He didn't hesitate with the really cool track pants. He didn't hesitate with the NASA t-shirt. Now he's hesitating to talk. Something must be up. Then your brain goes to work to protect you. It has a million different ways to protect you. One of them is called the spotlight effect. It's a known phenomenon where your brain magnifies risk. Why? To pull you away from something that it perceives to be a problem. And so you can truly trace every single problem or complaint in your life to silence and hesitation. Those are decisions. What I do, and what's changed my life, is waking up and realizing that I'm never going to feel like doing the things that are tough or difficult or uncertain or scary or new. So I need to stop waiting until I feel like it. And number two, I am one decision away from a totally different marriage, a totally different life, a totally different job, a totally different income, a totally different relationship with my kids. Not like one decision, I'm divorcing you in the marriage example, but one decision on, you could be having a conversation with your spouse and you feel your emotions rise up, and within a tiny window, those emotions can take over and can impact how your marriage goes. Or you can learn how to take control of that micro moment and make a decision to act in a way that actually shifts your marriage. Your life comes down to your decisions. And if you change your decisions, you will change everything. In the scheme of life,
Or was it an ad?
Most people have
Let's
no
get back.
clue that in 2023, the best way to make money on Amazon is not with physical products. It's Amazon.
Let's make money on Amazon.
in the scheme of life, hitting the snooze button is not that big of a deal. But here's the thing about life. None of us wake up and say, today is the day I destroy my life. What we do is we kind of check out because it feels overwhelming, or we check out because we're afraid, or we check out because we start listening to self-doubt. And then we make these teeny tiny decisions all day long. We don't even realize it. Decision to not get up on time, a decision to not eat the right thing, a decision to snap at your kids, a decision to not speak in a meeting, a decision to not look for a job, a decision to not deal with your finances, a decision to not call your parent, like whatever it is. All day long, these tiny decisions that take you so far off track. And then you wake up like I did and you look at your life and you think, how the hell did I get here? And more importantly, how did I get back over there? And you have no idea. And so I was so trapped. And I know from your story, you felt the same way. Like you knew that there was more in store for you, but you couldn't figure out how do you close that gap? How do you find the power that's in you? How do you discover your greatness? How do you solve these problems? It feels so overwhelming when you can't. I mean, I would go to the grocery store and the items would scan and I would be sitting there readying my excuse because there was no way that my check card was going to clear. I got in this struggle with myself that a lot of us find ourselves in, and that is you get trapped in what I call the knowledge action gap. You know what to do, but you can't seem to make yourself do it, right? I mean, every one of us is one Google search away from a list of instructions that if you follow any of them, it will change your life. But how do you get out of your head and stop thinking about what you need to do and actually do it? And in my case, this stuff was pretty easy. Get up on time, make breakfast for the kids, get them on the bus, start looking for a job. Don't drink so much. Instead of isolating yourself, pick up the phone and call a friend. Get yourself out into the woods and go for a walk. Start running again. Like all these little things that I was capable of, but I couldn't get out of here. Could not get out of here. And if you're stuck, that's the problem. The problem is you're in your head, you're thinking. When you set goals, when you have an intention on something that you want to change about your life, your brain helps you. What it does is it opens up a checklist, and then your brain goes to work trying to remind you of that intention that you set. And it's really important to develop the skill. And I say that word purposefully, the skill of knowing how to hear that inner wisdom and that intention kicking in and leaning into it quickly. So for me, my brain saying, that's it, right there, move as fast as a rocket, Mel. I wanted to change my life. And I think most people that are miserable or that are really like dying to be great and dying to have more, we want to change. We want to live a better life. We want to create more for our families. We want to be happier. The desire is there. Again, it's about how do you go from knowledge to action. So the first thing in the story that's important is realizing that the answer was in me. And my mind was telling me, pay attention. Anyway, the next morning, the alarm goes off and I pretended NASA was there. It's the stupidest story. I literally went 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I counted out loud and then I stood up. And I'll never forget standing there in my bedroom. It was dark. It was cold. It was winter in Boston. And for the first time in 3 months, I had beaten my habit of hitting the snooze button. I couldn't believe it. And I thought, wait a minute, counting backwards? That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my entire life. Well, the next morning I used it again and it worked. The next morning I used it again and it worked. The next morning I used it again and it worked. And then I started to notice something really interesting. There were moments all day long, just like that 5-second moment in bed where I knew knowledge what I should do. And if I didn't move within 5 seconds, my brain would step in and talk me out of it. Every human being has a 5-second window, might even be shorter for you. You have about a 5-second window in which you can move from idea to action before your brain kicks into full gear and sabotages any change in behavior. Because remember, your brain is wired to stop you from doing things that are uncomfortable or uncertain or scary. It's your job to learn how to move from those ideas that could change everything into acting on them. When you understand the power of a 5-second decision, and you understand that you always have a choice to go from autopilot to decision maker, everything in your life will change. You will be a different negotiator. You will be different in sales. You will be unstoppable in the gym because you will realize the amount of garbage that you put in the way of your hopes, of your dreams, of your potential, of your confidence, of your courage. Everything comes down to the decisions that you make. We all know what to do. None of us know how to make ourselves do it. I started researching it. Why does something so stupid work? Why? Why does something so silly create such powerful and profound change? Well, here's why. The rule is a form of metacognition. Metacognition is a fancy pants term that means something real simple. You can outsmart your own brain in furtherance of goals. There are tricks that you can use that actually outsmart the tricks your brain plays on you in furtherance of a higher purpose. We all know this. You can restrain yourself if you're in a situation that calls for it. You can jump into a raging river to save your dog or your kid. You can direct yourself in ways if it's important to you. And so the rule, what it does is it does something really remarkable. When you count backwards, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, what you're actually doing is you're interrupting what researchers call habit loops that get encoded as closed loop patterns in your basal ganglia. That's the part of the brain where your feelings, where your emotions, every habit that you have, which is nothing more than behavior that you repeat that you don't even think about. And so when you go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, it interrupts what's going on here that's spinning without you thinking, and it moves and awakens your prefrontal cortex. So when you hit 1, your habit has been interrupted. So you've interrupted self-doubt. You've interrupted maybe snapping at your kids. You've interrupted the desire to grab for a drink. You've interrupted procrastination. You've also, by counting backwards, done an action. It's awakened your prefrontal cortex. That is the part of the brain that you need that's awake when you're changing behavior, when you're learning new things. When you hit 1, it's also a prompt. So in the language of research, you'll hear people talk about starting rituals. That is something that's proven to help you learn a new habit. The 5-second rule, when you repeat it, becomes a starting ritual that triggers you to act with confidence, that triggers you that this is a moment for courage, that triggers you to shift gears. And because you've also done the manual work of awakening the part of the brain that you need to change, you've set yourself up for success. It doesn't work if you count up because you can keep going. And also counting up doesn't require focus. If you count backwards, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, it again awakens the prefrontal cortex and it prompts you to move. When you start to use it and then you read about it, you'll see that it's being used all over the place. They use it in the armed services in order to align troops and get them to start an exercise. They use it at elementary schools, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 at big assemblies to get a huge room full of kids to stop talking.
Simple and interesting example, yeah.
Because it requires you to focus. It's not a habit. It will become a habit that prompts you to have confidence, courage. But in the beginning, it interrupts patterns of behavior that you do on autopilot. It helps you assert control, and it teaches you how to become the kind of person that moves from thinking about something to actually doing it. I think we're all flawed, and that's the beauty of who you are. And instead of trying to make yourself perfect in every area, it's so much easier when you accept the things that you're terrible at, or that are your weaknesses, or that are the things about your wiring. Look, if I were diabetic, I would take insulin. I happen to be somebody that's wired for anxiety. No big deal. So figure out how to, instead of fighting those things, actually trick it. Because the truth is that you're never going to feel ready to make these changes. You're never going to feel like doing them, but you can always make a decision. That's always in your control. Staying with somebody that treats you like garbage is a decision. It is. Staying at a job that you hate is a decision. Staying in the body that you are not proud of is a decision. Is it going to be easy? No, it's not going to be easy to change. It's simple. Do a Google search and then use the 5-second rule to force yourself to do that stuff. Change comes down to 5-second decisions. And this is why the 5-second rule is important for everybody to know. It's your job to push yourself. And I don't care if you're Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. or you're Michelangelo or you're Lin-Manuel Miranda, who wrote Hamilton, you will struggle with self-doubt. And everybody that you admire, everybody, and the list is the same for everybody. Oh, Oprah Winfrey, and I want to be like, Tom, and I want to be like, Branson, and I want to be like Jay-Z, and I want like everybody's list is Bill Gates. And do you know what those people do? They do not have the habit of hesitating. They trust themselves.
Oops, didn't mean to click that. Okay, so what do you guys think? I know not her most high energy, but I felt like the information was like, boom.
Can I say something?
Yeah, yeah.
I definitely, when I put Martha and Mary up, whenever I do that, I feel like people think it's like a biblical. It's not. It's me totally recognizing the fact I stopped going live because the little kid I nanny for is here at night. And I stopped going live because she's a nightmare. And I was talking to a friend about it, and she's like, Lynn, you're not appealing to Martha Stewart's, you're appealing to Scary Mary's. By the time they're cooking dinner, they have kids screaming and crying. Their hair's everywhere. They got stains on their shirt. They're looking for someone to show them how to do that. If you show up the flowers and the candles and the parsley on everything, they're going to be like, oh, sorry, we're not allowed to swear. Are we allowed to gesture? Well,
Good.
anyway, but it's true. And that's why I feel like this week I'm going to be like, I'm going to go live one night with the baby in there, come what may. Let's do this.
Seriously. No, I love it. And it is true that your friend makes total sense. That's who you're appealing to people that are in similar situations. And by trying to hide that, you're actually doing yourself a disservice and them a disservice because it's not really reality. 100%. Yeah, I wrote down just really quick the idea that, you know how everyone says when you're stuck, take action. And you're like, well, taking action's hard. The idea that 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, just starting to say 5, 4 is an action in and of itself, which then prompts you to do something. I hadn't never thought of it that way until she had said it. And then it becomes a starting ritual. So this turns into a habit to get you to do the things and get you out of your head and all the things. But yeah, I was like, you know what? I wanted to share this. I thought we're at one point or another going to come up to a time when we don't want to do the things, whether it's current or in the future. And hopefully this sticks in your mind and you're like, you know what? I remember we watched this. Let's do it. And if you do want to check it out more, her book, or go to her YouTube, guys. There's so much little snippets and clips and all the things. A little less polished than that one. Obviously, that one was done for a reason, but her personality is on point in my opinion. Okay, so with that, I want to do something fun. So we can take 15 minutes, we can take 30 minutes, whatever you guys want. I'm going to drop it in our team chat. Well, here, I'm going to tell you what it is first, and then if you want me to edit it, then I'll drop it in the team chat after I do it. So I thought it would be fun because we haven't done this in I think over a year, a booking blitz. So the way it's going to work is I am going to raffle off a set of skewers to anyone who picks a date to party with you between now, and I was thinking we would give us until Monday. That gives us some time to actually have the conversation to make the reaches. I didn't want to be like, we're going to do this for 30 minutes and let's see what happens, because I figure it's a weekend, people are out and about. Maybe you wanted some time to think who else you have to message other than the people that come to mind right at once. So booking blitz starts now through the end of day on Monday. Every host who picks a date goes into the draw. So you guys have to let me know if you think this is reasonable, because I'm flexible with this. But I was thinking the date has to be dated by the end of April, because we have Easter at the end of this month. So I'm like, well, that kind of makes it a little bit harder, a little extra added layer. So they have to party by the end of April. Pick their date with you, date and time, by Monday night. And then Tuesday, all you guys have to do is get me a list of the host name and the date. And I'll do a little video. I'll just do little pieces of paper probably, and then we'll pull out a winner. And whoever I pull out will get a set of skewers on me. Reasonable. Time frame sounds good. Skewers are enticing. Everything sounds good? Okay. So I made a graphic, and I'll share the graphic. You can use my graphic today. You can make your own graphic. You're not going to hurt my feelings. Okay, making sure all the words look good. I'm like, I had Adam proofread it just in case. Let me drop it. Okay, just dropped it in our chat, our team chat. So I was thinking we'll take a couple minutes and at least start. And since we just watched about the 5-second rule, I'm like, we'll take some action. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So this is a great excuse to reach out to someone who hasn't picked a date but said they want to party with you, because now it's an extra bonus for them. So the conversation could be as simple as, hey, Lynn, I hope you've been great. I know we never picked a date for your party and I owe you one. We're doing something really fun as a team. Anyone who picks a date and parties before April 30th is going to go into a drawing to win a set of skewers. What do you think? Something I'm trying to get out of the habit of is let me know. Let me know puts the ball in their court and not in your court, because then it makes it harder for you to follow up. So I'm trying to do more of, if they're unsure or you get a response where it's not necessarily a response, they're like, let me think about it or whatever it may be. Oh, no problem. I'll give you a couple days and I'll reach back out, because that puts the ball back in your court. And then you don't feel awkward about reaching out, and it gives them the opportunity to say, you know what, message me tomorrow. Or, you know what, I need a little bit more than a couple days. It's a little bit crazy. Message me next week. But when you say, let me know to them, it makes it that much harder for you to start the conversation again. And I don't know about you guys, but that could feel icky. Oh, awesome, Jamie. Yeah, it's all about working on the wording and what feels comfortable. You want to think open-ended questions they can't answer with a yes or no, so you can continue the conversation. You want to keep the ball in your court, so not let me know, but I'll reach back out to you. Things like that. So what do you guys think? We'll take a couple minutes, we'll send out a couple messages, and then we'll finish up, and I'll give you guys I have a challenge for us as a team outside of this. And the cool thing is it'll tie into this too. So if you get any bookings, it'll help you with our team challenge. And then I didn't forget about last month's challenge. I gave you guys a little bit more time. I'm going to have you guys screenshot your group totals, and we're going to see if anyone added the 25. Does anyone know if they added the 25 yet? Or who got close?
I was at 69 and now I'm at 88. So I have 19.
Nice.
But I don't think I got to 25, but I did it. And some of you guys asked to join, and I don't know if that counts.
That's okay. That's
All
19.
right. I just want to be honest. I'm not
Yeah.
I'm like, I added people who don't even exist. All my other like Facebook people.
Nope.
I didn't do that. But I'm just saying that some of them were you guys, and I just wanted to be full disclosure. So
I appreciate that.
And
Um,
real quick, I just wanted to say, because of my device, I don't do, can I get back into the Zoom? Okay, because I don't think I can. I know some people can be on Zoom and do other things. I don't think I can.
yeah, no worries. So what I'll do is we'll plan 10:15 will be when we start to finish the meeting. Sorry. And then yeah, we'll send out a couple messages. If you guys do need help with any wording, just let me know. I don't mind helping. But that's pretty much going to be my vibe. I'm going to be reaching out. Just this is exciting. It's something special we're doing just as a team. I would love it would be how cool would it be for you to win the skewers? Let's pick a date, something along that vibe. So okay, I'm gonna mute. And if you guys need anything, my sound's still on, so just holler. And at 10:15, we'll reconvene and we'll finish the meeting for the last 15 minutes. Okay, how's it going, guys? I will keep on going. I was like, I didn't even realize what time it was.
I got a yes
Yay! Congrats!
this Wednesday.
Nice. That's awesome. Okay. Make sure you write it down, and then when I ask on Tuesday, you can give me the date and the name, and that way I'll put her into the raffle. I'm trying voice memos versus messaging and seeing how that works. So I'll let you guys know, but I sent out a bunch of voice memos. I sent out five like little 1-minute bursts, like nothing crazy, nothing too detailed. But I dropped the info in our team chat, and when you guys get a booking, just drop a party gif in the team chat, and that way we can cheer each other on and all the things. So Lynn, if you want to drop a party gif in the team chat after, totally do that so we can cheer you on. I actually thought my situation might be a little bit different, but people that I know that are interested in the business, but I haven't been able to get them to take that next step for whatever reason, and this is on me, I haven't necessarily offered the party aspect yet because I know they're interested in the business. So I end up letting them wait and they sit in limbo until they're ready for the business. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to message some of those people too and be like, hey, why don't we party? Like, let's do a party and go from there and all the things. So we'll see what happens. I'm going to take a sip of my drink quick. Okay. So if at any point you guys do need any help with wording or anything like that, you guys know where to find me. I'm here to help. Not a pro, but sometimes it's just better to talk things out loud and things like that. Okay, so what do we have left? I know we didn't talk about we didn't talk at all about what's going on this month, but we're like halfway through the month and all the things. There's not a ton going on, but I'll show you guys the calendar. We know the host exclusive this month is the Coquettes, and I really need to watch Amelia say it because I feel like I'm saying it wrong. But they're super cute. It's a great host goodie. We know host exclusives are good for 60 days. So if they don't like the Coquettes and they party now, they can redeem March, April, and May and get whatever that new host exclusive is going to be. I can tell you guys from what I know, it's going to be a new piece of exclusive cookware, but that's the most Kayla has told us. I don't necessarily know what kind of cookware, but that's cool too. Quick reminder about the Epic box. Changes on your Epic boxes have to be made by the 20th of the month to go into effect for next month. So if you do have somebody that wants to delay or cancel their Epic box, just so you guys know, they can't do it the last day of the month. If they do it the 21st or later, they're going to get that next Epic box. Then they can defer or cancel their Epic boxes. On the flip side, people can purchase Epic boxes all the way through the end of the month, and Epicure will ship the next box. So they can order on March 31st, and they will get the April box, which is really cool. And I'm forgetting, what's this month's exclusive in the box? Why am I blanking out? Does anyone remember?
Portuguese chicken.
Yes. Whoever tries it first has to let us know what they think of Portuguese chicken.
I will.
I was reading like the flavor profile online, and it sounds really good. Jamie, you'll have to let us know if you try it first if it's spicy. It made it sound like it might have a little bit of kick, and I'm like, yes, because we don't have
Yeah,
two.
that's right.
Right? But yeah, so they're gonna keep doing this where it's an exclusive. Oh, sorry, Angel.
No, it's okay. I just, before I lose it, and I'm sorry if I missed it, but we didn't get this solution spotlight is for 2 weeks. We didn't get it. Okay.
Yep. No.
Just making sure.
Yeah, Jamie had messaged me because on my live I was like, through tomorrow at noon, and she's like, I don't know if you're doing it to sell them or you forgot. I'm like, oh, I totally did it because I forgot that. I thought it's been 2 weeks already. I didn't realize it's only been a week, but I think it's because we've been talking about it so much. It felt like it's been 2 weeks. And I was like, but I like the perspective that I'm doing it for sale. So we're going to run with that. No one has to know that I flubbed. But yeah, so it's going to go through this upcoming Thursday at 11:59, and we'll get a new one for Thursday at noon. Okay. I'm going to share the last couple slides. We're going to do I'm going to show you guys what our next team challenge is. for this. It's actually going to be a little bit longer than a month because I figure with conference and all the things happening, I wanted to focus on something that was doable, but not overwhelming. Oh, I clicked the wrong one, guys. Haha, blitz time. Because it would have, obviously, if I did it the normal way, I would just scroll through them. So, okay. March goals. So our goal for this month, we want to welcome 3 new ambassadors. We welcomed 1 new ambassador last year. Team QV. So we do have NPP coming up. So it'll be double QV. So last year we did 13,000. I think a great goal for us is 10. 10 would be amazing, period. And then rank advancements, we're going for 3. 3 versus 0. So Jamie, I'm giving you the fire you need under your butt because 2 of the rank advancements are going to be you. So no pressure. You've got this. And it's going to be an awesome month. I'm excited. Between conference and announcing all the new stuff, you guys, I think, are going to be excited about the stuff that's coming. And then NPP coming. I am ready for spring, whether it's spring food, spring weather, spring everything. Like, I am ready. So I'm excited. I told you guys we had our Add 25 challenge. So Lynn, I wrote down your 19. If you guys, when you have a chance at some point today or tomorrow, just you can either screenshot or you can do the math. I trust you guys. I know no one's going to fib. Just let me know. I might mix it up a little bit and do something different if nobody hit the 25 because I know you guys, I know you guys were trying. So I still want to do something fun. So I would love to recognize you guys for how many you did add regardless. So let me know. And our team challenge this month. Okay. So it's add 6 events. So when I said we're doing the booking blitz and it's going to tie into our team challenge, it's perfect. So I know not all of us are looking to do 6 events. So some of us are, some of us want to, some don't. So it's going to be between now and the end of May. So like lots and lots and lots of time. So add 6 new events to your calendar. This is going to go through the end of March. So you have until the end of March to add the 6. So Lynn, you already got 1. So that's freaking awesome. 5 more, you got this. And the only requirement is they have to be held by the end of May. So they have to party, whether you add it in March and they party in March, you add it in March and they party in April or May, those all count. And what you're going to get, instead of doing just one specific thing, I started to poke around in my stash. I have all different Epicure goodies, swag. I have some cute little beanies. I have money holders. I have folders. I have ring lights. I have, oh my God, so much. I have pot holders. So instead of doing just one specific thing, I would say, I figured if you add the 6, we're going to mix it up and you're going to get a goodie box of all different things. It could be new products. It could be Epicure branded items, pens, markers, all different good stuff. So what do you guys think? Doable? Not bad? All the way through the end of March? And they just have to party through the end of May? And then onto icing on the cake, that's going to get you, if you rock it, you're going to definitely hit that 250, which I know is the minimum for you guys every month. You guys that are on right now, you want the 250. So that way you get the consistency club too, which is awesome. So, or hey, maybe you can pull a Jamie and get 4 of them in a month and go into Kayla's drawing to get one of the goodies when you party with, when you have 4 events in a calendar month. Okay, calendar. So I'll drop this in our team chat so you guys can save it and do all the things, but the new solution spotlight's on the 14th. Conference is the 14th through the 16th, and I think I'm going to be naughty. I think, so Lynn, I'm going to let everybody know, and I'm going to stream it. So if anybody wants to hop on and watch with me virtually, because I'm doing virtual this year, anyone can hop on and watch with me. Jamie and Angela are lucky they're going to be in there in person. So if you guys want to snap pictures and drop them in the chat or share anything, like 100% go for it. Like we hope to see you guys on the camera. We'll be cheering you guys on all the things. On the 19th at 9 o'clock Eastern, there's going to be a spring virtual launch that Tara is doing. So Tara Scherer has been the one that's been doing the product sharing in the big Troutman org meetings that we've been doing twice a year. So, you know, she's fun and all the things, great personality. So it'll be fun to see her sharing the spring stuff. So we can catch that live on the 21st. NPP goes live, which is crazy to think that it's going to be spring already, but super excited. And as a heads up, 4/4 is going to be when the catalog launches to our customers. So from the 21st through the 3rd, we can do NPP. It looks like it is going to be double QV again. You can be strategic. Like I know sometimes Lynn's the first person that comes to mind because we've had this conversation where she might grab a couple things this month that she wants, like a bundle or something, and then next month she'll go and get a different one or another one because then she gets the double QV between the 2 months, which is super smart, especially when you're hitting your goals and things. Work sessions that are coming up, I listed them out. So our night sessions, the 14th, 18th, 26th, and 28th. I did 2 a week. If you can hop on, great. If you can't hop on, no big deal. I know some of them are during the conference overlap. So you guys that are at conference, if you're not hopping on the work session, you better be having fun. That's all I got to say. The AM session, 10 to 12. I think they're 2 Saturdays, or no, it's a Saturday, Sunday, 22nd and 23rd, leading up to Easter, the weekend before. And Mondays at 2 o'clock, we have Amelia's weekly update in the Global Ambassador group at 2 p.m. ET. Coffee chats every Thursday at 11. We know Discover Epic Living group every Sunday at 9. A different person sharing the opportunity. And then during the day on Monday, somebody's going live and cooking. So just hitting it home, you guys know it's a great other place for your customers to see products from people other than you. So you can kind of treat it as like a second VIP group or opportunity group. Group welcome call with Kayla on the 11th at 8 o'clock, followed by new ambassador training at 9 o'clock. And then on the 26th, the welcome calls at noon, followed by new ambassador training at 1. And then our April workshop is going to be Saturday the 6th at 9 o'clock Eastern. Any questions on any of that stuff? Cool. Okay. Okay.
I do have a quick question, really quick.
Yeah.
If I want to do, like, I'm going to do something at my house, I want to do like a new product launch.
Yeah.
I always get nervous because I always pick a date where it doesn't come in the mail. So I feel like I want somebody to help me decide if I'm ordering it probably between the week of the week it opens up, depending on the day and, you know, my funds available. I might have to wait for a payday. That being said, would you say somewhere in the middle of April, like maybe like the 10th or the 11th is a safer bet than the 4th?
I think so. So the 21st, the day it opens up is a Thursday. So if you ordered it either that Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, that would be, let's see, the 20. I think if you did the week of, I think the week of the 7th towards the end would be great.
Okay.
14th, you would be golden. There's no reason why you wouldn't have it by then, 100%. But I totally get where you're coming from. And you know what? I'm going to ask customer experience because I think it's Jamie. Jamie, you have an event, right? At the start of April. So I'm going to.
Yeah, sorry.
No, don't apologize.
I do. On April 6th, I have an event.
Okay. I'm going to ask them. I'll wait till we get a little bit closer because obviously shipping times change, but I'll put it in my calendar for what do we think? The 21st it launches for like that Monday, the 18th, Tuesday, the 19th. I'll reach out to CE and I'll ask them estimated ship times. And I'll just say that I have people that are looking to book events and they need the products and all the things. And I'll let you guys know what they say. If they're like 2 weeks or whatever it may be. So, but that is a good question. So Rockstar so far, look at the 3 of you ladies, you're all on here. So this is as of yesterday morning, I think. So if you got an order between yesterday morning and now, this isn't up to date that much. But Jamie's at 590. Oh, Elaine, I spelled your name wrong. I'll fix it before I share. I apologize. She's at 304. Angel 288. Angel and Lynn, you guys are tied literally 288 to 288. Yes, you guys are like right there. So all of you guys, you're all active or ready for the month at the 250 QV, which is awesome. Congrats. That means everything else you guys do this month is just on top of that 250 to be active and go for that 1,000. Get the extra 5% pay bump and all the things, which is totally doable between double QV and March Madness and all the things. But yeah, congrats because we're in just over a weekend, which is awesome. Our little collage for the month Oop, didn't mean to do that. I meant to hit the make it bigger. So I picked a couple different ones. One from Mel Robbins. So it's funny, she has a whole bunch of videos on motivation is garbage. So if you only ever did the things that you want to do, you'd have everything you ever wanted. Motivation is garbage. Stop waiting to feel like it. Whatever it is that you want, wake up and go get it. With hard work, patience, and optimism, you can make absolutely anything happen. If you wait to feel like you want to do things, you're not going to do them. So it's an interesting concept, but I wanted to share two things from her. If you don't like something, change it. If you can't change it, change your attitude. You're stronger than you think. And then I did push yourself because no one else is going to do it. And then I really, really like this one. I never lose. I either win or I learn. And I think that's like a great perspective and a great reminder because sometimes it's hard to feel that in the moment.
I put that same concept, but I say there is no failure, only feedback.
Oh, I like
that
that.
resonates with me.
Write that down. And it's totally true, but it's all perspective. 100%. It's a mindset. And if you don't have that mindset, it could feel like no fear, failure, only feedback. Boom. Okay. So I'm going to stop the screen share. So with that, I want to say thank you to guys. I appreciate you guys hanging out and all the things. Oh, you had 17 new peeps. Nice. Yeah. Awesome. Hold on, I'm gonna write it down. Plus 17. So for the events new from today. Good question. And the last thing I have for you guys is, did you guys see March Madness for next week?
I saw it. Is
The
it
jars?
it's jars? So
I
anything?
I thought it's a jars spice blends. I'm like, it sounded to me like even like meal solutions, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty, I think it's just the jars.
Oh, it is.
So, yeah,
That's how I
don't
took
know.
it.
I went on a Zoom with Kayla the other day at 2:00 on Thursday.
Yeah.
And I didn't know if that was for leaders, but I got the thing,
No.
so I figured I hopped on, and I think she said all jars.
Okay.
And can I say something? I need help with something because I do have some pushback. We had talked about how the French onion was going to be half off with a $60 purchase.
Yep.
My customers are fit to be tied. They're like, I would have spent $60 on French onion. Now I feel like I waited for this French onion, and you're saying it's going to be $63.50. They're hard passing, and I'm like so disappointed. And I don't know what to say because I kind of agree. Like, I wanted to stock up too. I'm like, I'm not spending $120 to get 2 jars for the price of 1.
Yep. So I totally get it, 100%. And the reason I think they're doing this is I think it's inventory. I think if they put just French onion for sale, it wouldn't last more than a couple hours. I don't know if everyone's tried the French onion yet, but it really is amazing. Like,
yeah,
so good.
And I'm sorry to interrupt, but the other point is, if they want to cater to New England, I don't know if 3 Onion is Canadian, but when we think dip, we get Lipton French onion soup dip. So if they want to cater to their bigger market, they're going to have to step lively, because I just got my ass handed to me last night because I was just for VIPs and people I know will never go and say anything. I kind of gave them the intel and I did not get the response I wanted. And I kind of like, and again, that slap in the face where you're like, shit, I don't know what to say. So I think maybe I'll say, listen, I heard it's an inventory thing. If they did it this way, they'd run out in 10 seconds. So this is a teaser. Please expect it to come back. I'm sure they're going to be a little better in the future. Is that fair to say?
Totally. And what I would tell you,
Okay.
and I'll do the same thing, use that feedback button. When I tell you guys they're looking specifically at what the USA says, it's worth hitting that feedback button just to say, 3, like exactly what you said, Len. I think it was on point. 3 Onions, awesome. But here in America, when we think dip, French onion is like the goat. Like that is, when you said Lipton, that's what I made all the time.
Right. And you're asking us to show these ditch and switch images with the wrong product.
Yep,
Like
nope.
that's not, 3 Onion is not that.
Yep, nope, I agree. And I had never thought of it that way, but it's 100% the truth. I would do the Lipton French onion all the time.
Was I screaming, by the way? I just swallowed and the whole world got like a ton louder because I'm having wicked sinus and backup. And then I swallowed and I was like, Jesus, everything's so loud. Was I screaming?
You're good, you're good.
Okay.
But yeah, I what you said is fair, and I use that feedback button, and I'll do the same thing, and I will say, because we know how to make it. It's just a matter of making more, and it would be more of a staple here in the U.S. 100% than the 3 onion, because when we do think dips, we do think French onion 100%. I agree.
I have a question too. I know I texted you this yesterday, and you said you haven't, but do you have any thoughts on, that app? It was coming mid-month, and then it was end of month, and then it was next week, and now it just seems like it's not even being talked about
I've heard
that I've seen.
Nope, I agree. I haven't heard anything. I actually had asked Kayla because she hasn't said anything either. Let me look at one thing. 'Cause
I have the app.
you do?
I do.
Wow.
It's not like an app. You have to go through a website because it's beta. And I saw somewhere where they were like only certain people got that.
Oh,
I
So
bought it. Like I did
Yeah.
the $20 or whatever. And I keep waiting to hear something. And did you get
Right.
it in an email?
I
Someone
got it in an email.
posted.
So I would go through your emails. I've had it
Hmm,
2 weeks, maybe 3.
Oh,
really?
Yeah.
I haven't seen
And
anything.
it's not the entire thing because they don't have they said they were going to do workouts, and when you click on that, it says it's coming in the future, and
Oh.
then testimonials that's coming in the future. But it does have that's how I was doing my meal planning for the last couple weeks,
huh.
was through the app,
Yeah.
because they give you the I was going to say addresses. They give you the recipes and the grocery list. It's kind of confusing to use. It definitely has some quirks to work out,
I was
but
gonna-
I like it. It's got a calendar. You can set up your meals and everything's right there. When
Do
they
you
get it
remember
going, it's going to be great.
Do you remember like what the heading was in your email or anything?
I will look for it, and I'll screenshot it and send it to you.
I
Okay.
appreciate that. Thank you.
I was
You're
gonna- I just went to the Epic Life Challenge group and someone just posted. I see everyone is asking about the app. I paid for beta, but I haven't been able to download it yet. What's going on? And then somebody did say you would have gotten a link in an email to open up the web-based version. So it's a website, but the nice thing, well, I know with iPhones, you can save it to your home screen and it works just like an app. And then, yeah, you're right. We got an email, but it's not for everyone yet. Huh.
Well, it should be for everybody who's paid though, right?
It should be.
be.
So then I'll have to do the same because I didn't get an email either. So you guys let me
And
know.
you bought it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you didn't, because then I'll reach out to CE and I can just do a list of names. So like if you bought it and you didn't get it, and I'll throw it in the team chat too. Which means I'll have to reach out to my customer then and see if she got the email. And I'll just say these people didn't get the app. Can we get them the link?
Thank you.
So yeah, no problem. And thanks for the info, Jamie. I was like, hold on, Christine commented on this. Let's see what she said. Oh, never mind. No, nothing to do with it at all. I just wanted to make sure. Okay, so I'm gonna write that on my list for Monday when they're open. And then I'm gonna go through my junk mail. If I find it, Angel, I'll let you know the title and the date that it came and all the things too.
Okay, I just found the email. It's introducing the Epic Life web app.
Okay, introducing.
I'm sorry, my husband was talking to me. Can you repeat what you just said?
Introducing the Epic Life web app.
Gracias. And what did you log in with your Epicure credentials?
Yes.
Okay, just curious. Not that I'm trying to be shady, but I was like, hey, can I share it with somebody?
Nope.
Just curious. Cool. And before I let you guys go, I double checked, and it's jar spices, blends, and seasonings for next week. So from in my perspective, that pretty much is everything. It's like meal solutions, the jar, dips, everything. You
Where
guys
are you seeing that?
in Kayla's email yesterday.
Okay. I don't know if I got it.
When you say meal solution, you don't mean the envelopes. It's just something
No,
meal
I think-
solution in a jar, like the taco.
No. I think it's jar spices, blends, and seasonings. And when in my perspective, blends is meal solutions in the pouches, right?
Oh.
That's I feel like that it was just jars. I would verify because
I'll ask
I
Kayla.
heard just yeah, because
I-
I don't want to say something.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
might be my disconnect. Don't think I'm being difficult, but I just don't want to. After the French onion thing, I have no piss off room, pee off room. I'm a potty
I-
mouth. The second you said don't swear.
No, you're good.
I
Okay.
watched the replay of that and I thought that I remember her just saying jars. I mean, she didn't specify further, I don't think, but the way she said it was
You know,
all the jars. I think.
I did not watch the video in my defense. I'm just reading it and it just says jar spices, blends, and seasonings. So that's why I was like, to me, that would be almost the entire catalog at that point. But I'll message her when we get off and I'll ask him for clarification. And I'll pass it back on to you guys. But I'm hoping it's everything because not gonna lie, guys, desserts were hard this week to share so much because I made so many things and I'm trying to be good with my nutrition. So then I'm making Adam today is his last day home. And I'm like, you need to take the luscious lemon cheesecake dip to work and just give it to everybody because if I can't eat it by the spoonful. I use full fat cream. Like I'm trying to be good with my diet and all the things. And then there's still a couple lemon squares left with the lemon egg, the little cookies that I made. And I'm like, do you know how hard it is to walk by the plate, guys, and not grab one? And even though we know they're better for you, but obviously when you eat 6 of them, no matter what you're eating, it's not the best for you. And I was planning on making the carrot cake, and I would love to know your guys' opinion. I think I'm gonna do them in the petites. Do you think I can freeze them? Do you think if I freeze them and then defrost them, they'll be good to go after, or do you think they'll get funky when I defrost them?
Honestly, my mother-in-law does all her baking for the holidays in the summer and throws them in the freezer, and her carrot cake is one of them because she's just getting older and she doesn't, so when she has the energy over the summer, she does all her baking, she wraps it, she puts a paper towel over it to absorb any of the crystal, wraps it in parchment paper, wraps it in foil and pops it in the freezer. So, and whenever she takes it out, she frosts it then, like don't frost it yet.
Yeah.
And then, take it out and thaw it. And honestly, I don't really see too much of a difference myself. Like,
Then I think I'm gonna try that because I want to do the carrot cake on a live. I love the carrot cake, but Adam doesn't. So when I make the carrot cake, it's all for Larry pretty much. And I have the bad mindset of like, not bad, but like, you know how like you don't want to waste things. But then I'm trying to be healthy and I can't eat a whole loaf of carrot cake. So I'm like, I'll do the little petites and then I'll freeze them and then I'll just pull out a couple each week or here and there as I want them. And that way I'm not wasting anything. And it shows up the petites and all the things, but I didn't know if they would taste funky.
I would maybe individualize like what you want to consider a serving because you ever like freeze bananas? Like I always have to freeze them like separated and then put them in the bag or it'll stick all together.
Okay.
No,
and I totally
that's a good point. She does a whole cake, so I can't speak for the petites, but I think Angel, how do you say, is it Angel? Okay. That's true. They probably would stick together and become a hot mess. So I would wrap. Yeah.
Well, I will let you guys know 100% because I'm definitely going to do that. I bought the carrots. They were buy one get one free at Stop and Shop, so I bought 2 bags. So I have like 5 pounds of carrots now. So I think I'm gonna try to use them up. That was my poll today. But I'll let you guys know how the carrot cake comes out because I'll do it. I'll freeze them. I'll do a couple different Ziploc baggies, the freezer baggies, and I'll do what you said, Lynn, with wrapping them and all the things. And I'll let you guys know how it goes. Because that would be if they come out the same, then I'm gonna be psyched. because that's awesome.
Yeah, then you know when you can share it with your customers, like, hey, they
Definitely.
freeze well by doing XYZ.
Thank you. I appreciate you guys and your input and your ideas and all the things. So let me know about your app, Angel. I'm gonna go look for mine. I will let you guys know about the ship time frame for NPP when I message them at the start of that week, and I'll share that information with you guys so you guys have a heads up, so you know what their shipping time frame window, at least what it's expected to be. We have our add 6 challenge for adding 6 parties we have through the end of March to add those 6 parties, and they have to be held by the end of May. And then icing on the cake, we have our booking blitz going on between now and the end of day Monday. Any hosts who pick a date to party by the end of April with you go into a drawing for a set of skewers. And then the winner, whoever gets the winner, we can discuss. I have options. I can ship it directly to the host after they have the party. If they're local, I can ship them to you and you can gift them after they have the party. But I'm open to whatever works and makes the most sense. If it's virtual, obviously they live in another state, I'll send them directly to them. So I'm not going to ship it to you for you to ship it to them. But if you guys need help with the words or anything like that, let me know. Drop any party gifts as you get parties in the team chat so we can all cheer you on. And obviously, if you guys need anything at all, you know where to find me. Was there anything else that you guys wanted to go over that I didn't bring up? Awesome. Well, I am psyched for the next week of March Madness. I'm having a lot of fun with this, and I'm having more fun with you guys having fun, like having fun together, if that makes sense. Like, it's just so much fun. I appreciate you guys so much, and I'm grateful that I have such amazing people to work with. So I hope you guys enjoy your weekend, and we will talk soon. I'll see you ladies later.
Enjoy the day, everybody.
You too. Bye, guys.
Bye. Have a
Bye.
great day, everyone.
Bye.